going on, everyone? Designedcoma here, welcome back. And the gameplay you're watching is me playing some Black Ops 3. Now, I gotta say something about this gameplay. This is the very first ever free-for-all match that I've ever played. Well, I'm gonna say the second one, because the first one didn't go over so hot. It was basically a learning curve from that standpoint, because I've never played free-for-all for that matter. But the second match went over a lot better. It went much better. I had the feel for it. I kind of had a little bit of understanding of it. I paid attention to the mini map a lot more often and things like that, and so it went over a lot better. And I have to say that I did enjoy playing free-for-all. I really did. I never thought I would, but to be honest with you, just because of those two matches, just from playing those two matches, was really good. Because for one, I didn't have to worry about anybody. I didn't have to worry about anybody else except for me. I didn't have to worry about teammates or anything like that. It was just me basically worrying about finding everybody else. There was a little bit of time there where I couldn't find anybody, but eventually things kind of picked up a little bit. But I have to say, I had a good time with it. I enjoyed it, and I'm probably going to be playing it a lot more often in the future. Haven't been able to get to it this week though. It's just been super busy, crazy, and trying to squeeze videos in and all that kind of stuff. So speaking of video, what are we going to talk about? Well, I came across this article. It's a Chinese game company. It's called Fuse, and game companies, or I should say video games in general in China, well, maybe not video games in general, but basically console gaming was banned until last July. So now this game company decided to come out and create their own console, because Sony and Microsoft consoles, they haven't really been doing very well in People's Republic of China. I don't know why I had a hard time saying that. So the sales are very slow, very stagnant, and things like that. So this game company came out with their own console, and it is called the Tomahawk F1. And when you look at it, you're going to see that it shares some similarities between the PS4 and the Xbox One. And basically what they did was they took the PS4 and Xbox One and jammed it together in a sense, and it also runs off the Android system. So I have to admit, looking at it, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty nice. It's decent size. It doesn't look like it's huge or anything like that. But the controller, I'm telling you, when you see the controller, you're gonna know right away that is just it's like a direct copy. It just looks like a direct copy of the Xbox One controller. It just looks exactly the same. There's really no differences to me, but I'm not looking at it up close. It's not in my hands or anything like that. I'm basically just looking at a picture. So I'll have a link in the description so you guys can check this out. Now, it also has in that, when you go to that, when you follow that link, it's going to have a video there, and you'll be able to watch some of the gameplay of some of the video games they've been creating for it. And I have to admit, I mean, graphically, I don't know how good the video, the quality of video is, but I have to say, from what I've seen graphically, it looks pretty decent. I've seen some familiar games in there like GTA, and Hawken, I think, is another one that looked real familiar to me. And there's quite a few new ones in there, mostly fighting games and things like that, obviously. But yeah, I mean, I have to admit, it looks pretty decent. In terms of how good it is, I'll never know, because I'm not going to China to get one. There's no way. Yeah, I'm just not going to go that far just to get a video game system. That would be insane. They're pricing it at 899 yen, and that converts to roughly around 140 US dollars. So not too bad. It's priced pretty decently. They're hoping to take advantage of the low price to kind of get into the international competitors, I suppose. I don't think we'll ever see this thing here, but hey, I guess anything is possible, right? You just never know. You honestly never know. I have to admit, it looks pretty decent. It looks nice, and like I said, graphically the games look pretty good. So hope you guys take a little bit to go check it out. Now, there's something else I do want to talk about. Now, Assassin's Creed. Okay, Assassin's Creed is one of those games that it is the game that got me into game development. Okay, when I saw Assassin's Creed, when I played Assassin's Creed for the first time, and I got up to one of those high vantage points and just panned around, and I could see how huge and how large the city was that I was in, and that got me hooked. I mean, I was hooked on video games to begin with, but I wasn't quite sure what direction I wanted to go in terms of game development. And when I saw that, it wasn't the fact that I could see all over this city, and it wasn't really necessarily the graphics. I mean, the graphics were great, but what I wanted to know was what was behind all of that, what was running it and all that kind of stuff. So I was really getting into the code side of things, the programming side of things. Now, I have to say, I'm excited for this Assassin's Creed movie. I watched the trailer. It looks pretty good. It looks cool. You know, it really does look pretty awesome to me. Now, we all know when it comes to games moving into the movie realm, it's really tricky. It has to be done right. I mean, if you do it wrong, it's just horrible. It's completely bad. Like when it came to Resident Evil, the very first Resident Evil movie, by far, to me, was the best one out of all of them. All the other ones were just kind of nah, but they were pretty decent. So I'm really hoping this movie gets done right, and I'll have a link in the description for that too, and you guys can check out the trailer because it's in the article as well. But I'm excited for this. I'm looking forward to it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give it a like, favorite, subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one.